The Drag Race prize package low-key sucks. You look at other reality shows like Project Runway, and they were able to get a car sponsorship for their contestants. There's quite literally no reason why the Drag Race package is still so bad. Hi, hello everyone, my name is Jer, and I love a big package, I love a small package, I love a medium package. In the history of the show, across 18 individual seasons, the prize has only increased 6 times. 6! And in some cases, like between season 5 and 6, the prize was actually reduced, going from headlining a tour to nothing replacing that. Today we're going to be looking at each one of the seasons and incrementally increasing the prize until it's at about a fair or comparable level to what these queens should be receiving on a major platform like Drag Race. Drag is now a global phenomenon. These queens are burying themselves in debt to get on the show. The least they could do is gather up some sponsors to make it all worthwhile. And if the show is going to subject these queens to worldwide harassment for the rest of their careers for being indie queer artists, the least they can do is shell out a little bit of the big bucks to their winners. I'll be changing precious little about the original seasons. They were building their empire, they were working towards bluer skies. The first season package includes a cash prize of $20,000, $5K worth of MAC cosmetics, and be featured in an LA iWorks campaign and join the Logo Drag Race tour. That tour did not last very long in the years of Drag Race, but there were other tours that showed up later, like the Bots tour, the Work the World tour, the Vegas live show, and apparently Work the World is supposed to be coming back soon. That doesn't really need to be changed. Season 2's cash prize goes up slightly, going from $20K to $25K. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something. But they do increase the swag, and that is a lifetime supply of NYX Cosmetics. Be the face of NYXCosmetics.com to receive an exclusive 1-year public relations contract with Project Publicity and be featured on an LA iWorks campaign and join the Drag Race Logo tour. Plus the lifetime supply of NYX Cosmetics. That's a pretty decent prize for the second season, if I say so myself. We're getting fierce, but we're not fierce yet. Season 3 originally reduced the overall prize just a touch. It gave the winner a spot on the Absolute Tour only, in addition to that lifetime supply of Kryolan makeup. But their cash prize went from $25 to $75K. So a little less swag, but a little more cash. This was a good overall quality of life change because I think the landscape of drag was starting to feel the effects of Drag Race, and I think they wanted to encourage more performers to reach out and try to get on the show to get this big cash prize. I do wish there was a little swag, but it's fine. Season 4 gets a dramatic change in money, going from $75K to $100,000. That's a lot of money. The winner will headline the Logo Drag Race tour featuring Absolute Vodka, a lifetime supply of NYX Cosmetics, but the winner will also receive a one-of-a-kind trip courtesy of Al and Chuck.Travel. A trip is a great prize for any contestant on a reality show, but I don't know if it's the best prize for a drag queen winner who's going to be thrust into the public entertainment sphere and is going to be traveling like crazy. To take a week out of a busy touring schedule the year after you got off a major reality show is not totally practical, but it is nice nonetheless. And since this was a pretty decent overall increase to what the winner received, I don't think there's any reason to change it. So the winner of season 5 originally received a headlining spot on the Logo Drag Race tour, a one-of-a-kind trip, a lifetime supply of Color Revolution cosmetics, and a familiar cash prize of $100,000. You could tell that they all thought it was gonna go up, that they were gonna get another $25K or something. This season knocked the ball out of the park after season 4 set up such an incredible run for them to follow. And I think because of all the hard work that these queens had been doing, they deserved a more substantial prize. And since this season started with that fake Hollywood tour on that double-decker bus, I would love to carry the theme through to incorporate a sort of Hollywood makeover story at the end of it. In this fantasy universe where I want to see better prizes, the investment that they could have put into the cash prize would then go into something tangible. I think it would be fun to collaborate with a local or big designer and give the winning queen a huge makeover. Give them 15 to 25K of a budget to just give them anything they might need for their upcoming tours, for the busyness of their life post Drag Race. And since these queens were touring now probably more than ever before post their season, I think a wardrobe update would have been a more than welcome and exciting opportunity as they get ready for the next stage of their life. Season 6 going forward, I'm gonna be incrementally increasing the prize beyond what it was the year before. This was the very first year that Absolute Vodka was not a sponsor on the show, and for whatever reason, they just didn't bother replacing that sponsorship. Maybe because the show was becoming more public, and they were certainly on the radar of queer, family-friendly programming. Perhaps they wanted to pull away from the alcohol branding and make drag on the show a little more sanitized for the general public. So the goal here would be to find a suitable partner to foot the bill for this significant prize worthy of a Drag Race winner. My first thought is to take inspiration from that very first challenge of this season where they had to create outfits based on TV shows. So I think they could give them the opportunity to create a limited TV show, either a stand-up special on Netflix that would run, and they could then get a little bit of investment back into their future. Get those residual checks going. I think the winner absolutely needs to headline the Drag Race tour, whatever's happening that year. And from my recollection, I think Battle of the Seasons had just started touring. So the winner of season 6 theoretically then should have headlined that tour. So it's guaranteed bookings. And then the cash prize for this season will increase to $125K in response to Drag Race's growing popularity. Season 7 is going to offer the exact same prize of headlining the Bots tour. I remember watching so much of the Bots tour on YouTube. That was a great era. And this would be the final tour since that was happening right around the beginning of 2016. This was also the year of the first DragCon, but the show had not wrapped up in time to promote the winner there. I remember getting in line for Trixie and telling her that I was voting for her for Miss Congeniality, and she said, please don't vote for me, vote for Katya. So the winner of this season will then get an all expense paid premium location at DragCon the following year. Their cosmetic sponsorship had flipped to ABH, but I think it would have been fun as the first year of this sponsorship to also do some type of makeup collaboration. Give them an opportunity to create a palette, a limited capsule collection that would sell for a short period of time inspired by their run on the show. And I'm imagining a Violet Chachki makeup palette, and I need that. In conjunction with the challenge, Glamazonian Airways, I think we could use that as a jumping board to be inspired for another prize for them. And that would be partnering with an airline, whichever one was available, to give them a year worth of airfare so that they could get to their bookings and their gigs across the country. If Project Runway could get a car sponsorship for their designers, Drag Race could get an airline to sponsor them. Wake it up, people. Wake it up. I think the cash prize should still be capped at $125K because I'm increasing a lot of opportunities for financial gain for the winner with the collaboration with the makeup palette, with the DragCon booth, and with this airfare saving them a ton of money for the next year. I think the cash prize doesn't need to be increased yet. Season 8 will receive similar swag to Season 7, all expense paid premium spot at DragCon, headline the Work the World tour, makeup collaboration with ABH, a year of hassle-free airfare provided by whatever airline they secured that year. Highlighting the importance of post-season travel, I would also love to see Drag Race partner with some type of hotel to provide accommodations for their travels for the next year. So that will be folded into the prize. And since this was a landmark season, 100 episodes celebrating 100 queens, I am going to increase for this season in this fantasy world, the prize to $200,000, another $100K, to encourage another 100 episodes, another 100 queens.
So that's a lot of money.
Season 9 is the very first VH1 season, and this is where big things were coming for the show. I would reduce the cash prize back down to $150K because it was only increased for the purpose of celebrating 100 episodes, 100 queens. But fear not, because they will also receive a year worth of airfare and hotel accommodations, all expense paid premium spot at DragCon the next year, headlining the Work the World tour, a makeup collaboration with ABH Cosmetics. This year, because the show actually received a huge plug from Hamburger Mary's, and Sasha even got a year's worth of free burgers that I'm sure she probably didn't eat. Let's increase that sponsorship even more and include guaranteed bookings at Hamburger Mary's for the next year, courtesy of the restaurant. Season 10 The show's format is pretty established. The winner will receive the year worth of airfare, hotel accommodations, the paid spot at DragCon, the makeup collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, headline the Work the World tour, get that year worth of guaranteed bookings from Hamburger Mary's, and increase the prize package to $175,000. Season 11's promo was larger than life. That was the theme, and they even increased the length of the episodes to accommodate for that theme. So the prize has to follow suit and also be larger than life. All the typical things that we've done before. Airfare and hotel accommodations include a year's worth of Uber rides so that they can get to their gigs with ease. All expense paid premium spot at DragCon the following year, makeup collaboration with ABH, headline the Work the World tour, a contract with Hamburger Mary's for guaranteed bookings post-show. This time it will include a capsule show available on WoW Presents Plus and an updated cash prize of $200,000. Size Queen! Season 12, unfortunately, was the first season that premiered during the lockdown. So a lot of what could have been offered as a prize would have been massively reduced, purely because there just weren't gigs to go to, travel wasn't really a thing. And so a lot of the swag would have been weakened significantly, so we needed to accommodate for that. So my thought is, give the winner a cash prize of $250,000. Give them a year's worth of food delivery for that lockdown life, a limited capsule show on WoW Presents, a makeup collaboration with ABH, include a booking of hosting the pit stop for season 13, and receive an updated technology set so that they can continue to do all their online shows that everyone was doing at that time. I miss pandemic lockdown drag. There was nothing like seeing a drag queen accidentally back up, and there was nothing from the waist down while she was on Instagram Live. That is the true definition of puss puss. Season 13 was still occurring during lockdown, but restrictions were loosening around this time. So the winner is going to receive a cash prize of $250,000, host the pit stop for season 14, get a contract to host Drag Race Vegas live for a limited run, since that was coming right off of this season, receive a year's worth of airfare and hotel accommodations because things were getting a little looser with that, a year's worth of Uber rides so that they can get to their gigs with ease, collaboration with ABH, and a capsule show available on WoW Presents. For season 14, the winner will receive some even better swag, returning to that old form now that lockdown has officially lifted globally. I think that the winner should always receive a designer collaboration to upgrade their wardrobe, a contract to host Drag Race Vegas live for a limited run, a year's worth of airfare and hotel accommodations, as well as the Uber ride so that they can get to their gigs with ease, a makeup collaboration with ABH, a capsule show available on WoW Presents, host the pit stop for season 15, and an updated cash prize of $275,000. And maybe 100,000 Raven-Symoné as well. Season 15 has the biggest cast ever, so the prize has to be even bigger than before. So in this season's fantasy universe, the winner will receive a designer collaboration to update their wardrobe, a contract to host Drag Race Vegas live for a limited run, and I'm thinking about how fierce that would be for Sasha to host that for like 3 to 6 months. A year's worth of airfare and hotel accommodations, as well as the Uber rides, makeup collaboration with ABH, capsule show available on WoW Presents, host the pit stop for season 16, and an updated cash prize of $300,000. So because this prize package has increased so substantially and I don't think is booger anymore in this universe, I see no reason to update it any further. I think all of these prizes are helpful for a working drag queen who's in the public eye and is going to be very, very famous for a long time. And my hope is that someday Drag Race will properly reward their winners for all the hard work they do, because an opportunity as life-changing as Drag Race should have a life-changing prize attached to it. And yes, $200,000 these days is a lot of money, but if they had even more help to launch their career to the next level, I think that would make the show even more special. I think people would fight a lot harder on the show. They wouldn't give up in lip syncs. They wouldn't not take sewing classes. Because if you had guaranteed money and guaranteed bookings and guaranteed access to get to those bookings, hell, I think that everyone would come in doing their very best. And that's what we want to see from Drag Race. We want to see them do the best that they possibly can. And these days, winning the show isn't necessarily the golden ticket it used to be, because the show is continuing to flood the market every single year with more and more drag. So give them something that will change their life for the better and for the good. Thank you so much for watching this theoretical video. What do you think the prize package should be for modern Drag Race? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see y'all on the flip.